Okay, we're just looking at this fretboard situation that we created here. Okay, it's warped over, so it's a real play it as it is fretboard. This entire string would be warped over. Okay, and it looks like it's in the key of A, and the shape we're looking at is defined by the bottom string, so that's an E shape. So we have an E-shaped A there. Root 2, 4, 5, 6, root 3, 5, 7, 6, 7. Okay, let's play that. So we started it. Now this, ignore the colors for a minute. Okay, and what we're looking at is the 7th of A here. So this is the 5th of A, this is the 6th of A, this is the 7th of A, is the E, right? Is the 5th is E, the 6th is D, is the 5th would, oh, sorry. my bad. Okay, so it's E, F sharp, G sharp. I know you guys are making me do this in the other key, but I'm just showing you how it works, not only in the other keys, but how to fit the long pattern to the short patterns. And it's important to remember the reason why the long pattern, why I developed the long pattern into a usage, was not just to play things like, let's say we're going to start on the root here. Okay, and so if you're in C, it'd be like, you know, or not, so I could go up and down the fretboard with these long patterns, because I can do that with the short patterns, you know. Starting a E shape from the second string, it would actually fall into the 4th of E, would be an A shape, so it would be, okay, that's just using the string circle backwards. So in string circle, forwards is in 5ths, backwards is in 4ths, but going from E to C is a diminished 4th, and going from E to going from E to C in 5ths is an augmented 5th. It's a little complicated at this time, but that's a different chart, so I don't want to be giving lip service to a different chart. Let's finish this up. So we play the long pattern because we can't go 5, 6. We can't go 5, 6. This 7's over here, he can't play it. So we just use the long pattern to get into and lock into the short pattern. So in the key of A, the first cage shape you'd play in the key of A would be A. That's what makes it easy. That's what makes it easy. Okay, the second shape after A in caged is C-A-G, the G shape. Okay, so there's the G shape right there in cage, but we want to go a full 5th away from this, so we're not sharing any notes. We want to get to this shape. The next cage shaped after G is E, so this would be the E shape. So you can take the 5, 6, then go to the G to the E shape. Okay, so that's how you play into the other shapes. Of course, you could have played into the G shape, but you want to play this pattern some. You want to enjoy it a little bit, you know. So say you want to go 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3. Okay, and then you want to go into the other pattern. Well, then the other pattern would be starting on the 3 would be the C pattern. So once again, you have the A, and you go 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, we're on the second string C. A fourth up from C is F, but it's a diminished fourth, so we're in the E pattern once again. So it's okay. Again, that is an E shape, and it's a E shaped. Okay, I think I have a string loose. All right, so that's a little something on how to play the long pattern into the short pattern. Now, I do admit it does take it into the next cage, and I didn't want to do that at first. I wanted to stay around the open strings and everything, and you can do that, but that's not the subject of this particular method here. You can stay, in the open strings. Instead of going to this B, you can go to that B. So, and so on. It's up to you. But I can tell you one thing about an open string. You can't bend it. You can't bend an open string. So if it's flat, you can't use your finger to adjust for sound. You can't do the vibrato on it. But that's just rationalizing, right? You should, be able to take advantage of those open strings up there instead of going to the right on the fretboard. Okay, so that's the explanation of that particular part of the chart. Over here, this will bring out the string assignments. So 3, 4, 5 is going to be C. It's bookend isolation. This would be in the key of C. If you were just looking at a piano, it would be the same piano colored notes. And G would be 6, 7 root, D would be 2, 3, 4, A would be 5, 6, and E would be 7 root 2. These are ironclad. They don't change no matter what the key is. But you'll see there's no colors there except for the accidentals. Okay, if you're smart and you insist on looking at everything in black and white, it'll still work for the other keys, but it's a better idea to know where the accidentals are. So if you're in the key of I don't know, the key of D, the third would actually be an F sharp, so it'd be a dark note there. So it's best to realize this still is in the key of C. This is just in black and white to show the bookend isolation here. And I want to also talk about footnote or note foots. These are note foots. So when you look at a 7, which would be a B on the piano, okay, it's kind of a shape that's shaped like this. So let me show you something. If I take that shape and I just go and stretch it way up like that, it starts to look like a piano key. Starts to, okay, or once looked like the E-shaped, the B-shaped piano key. Okay, so that's where the little note foot comes. It's not a footnote, it's a note foot. Same thing with F. If you take F and you stretch it out, that is the shape of an F on a piano. Okay, so this is the note foot right here. It gives the F its unique characteristics. Okay, so if they're in this particular drawing that I've got, basic string assignments, those assignments are these 3, 4, 5 with the note foots in between. The note foots are the glue